I just got back from the machine shop. I picked up the block and the crank. They polished the crank, took off 1/100 of an inch on the mains and rod bearings, or journals, sorry. So I'm going to start ordering bearings and getting this thing back together. But here's the block for now. So they also washed it and degreased it, hot tanked it, and put new freeze plugs in along with new cam bearings. There's a new service crank. This is the end result on the oil pickup tube. I used part of a truck and Trailblazer pickup tube, combined them. Was able to push it back in the Trailblazer oil pan. I also made some baffles as well. This is a little video to show where exactly it sits in the oil pan. So this is the deepest part on the most rearward section of the oil pan. So I think that'll help a lot with oil slosh and any issues with oil starvation. Here's the additional brace I added to the K-member motor mount area just to help reinforce it. Here I just finished up setting the rear end on the 8.8. I put the Ford Racing through 73 gears in there. It's been a while since I set up a rear end, but it took me a little while, but I got a pretty good contact here. There's the drive side and the coast side. Coast side's kind of hard to tell, it's smeared around, but they're both almost perfectly centered. And just waiting for the RTV to set up on the cover, and I'll put that back on. And I'm waiting for the axle shafts from the machine shop, and I'll get that put in. Here I'm putting together the tube front end. I ended up using 1 5/8 120 wall tubing. I left it a little long so I can trim it down and fit a removable front bumper support and the radiator support. I was using a affordable bender to bend the tubing. Got it from the Facebook Marketplace. Got it used, came with one set of dies. Works pretty well. Just a pain to get the tubing in and out. But I'll be building a stand for it in the future just to make it a little easier. Here I'm putting the motor back into the car. You'll see I have a hard time getting it seated in the engine bay. The biggest issue being that the motor mounts on the K-member would hit the motor, so it wouldn't allow me to just push it directly into the bay. And the jack stands holding the frame up would interfere with my cherry picker. So in the future I'll have to come up with a better way put the car on stands so I can pull the motor. I think the easiest way would be to drop the K-member with the motor onto a little dolly and just slide it out underneath the car. Here's the current issue. I got the motor in there, but when I put the
LS6 intake manifold on. The fuel rail hits right here, here, and then the middle of the intake manifold would hit in this section. So I'm gonna remove this little area here, and I'll just patch it up once it's done.
Here I was able to use the 2x4 and a good old pipe just to roll the cowl up, kind of like rolling fenders, but I was able to use a small section just to cover that area and weld it up.
All right, here's where I'm at for tonight. Got the motor all mounted up, the firewall chopped up here. Got it painted. I'm gonna end up just painting everything black. Got this side, I had to chop the manifold back a little because it was gonna hit the K-member, so I chopped it back. This is part of the old turbo setup I had, so I chopped it off, put the V-band on, gotta take it back off, finish weld it, mounted the axle disconnect. Intake manifold just sitting there for now. See the setback on it. I haven't done a lot to the interior yet, but we'll get there. So I'll post another updated video next week and see what I can get done. Thanks for watching.